This is the plaintiff, Kristen Timms. She says the defendant applied hair extensions, and she did such a bad job they started falling out immediately. When she complained about the bad job she received, the rude woman told her to move on with her life. Well, move on she is, and is suing for her $1,100, which she wants returned. This is the defendant, Jennifer Davis. She says she did a beautiful job on the woman's hair, but the stubborn lady didn't listen to her very specific care directions. Regardless, she did the entire job over for her for free, and she obviously didn't take proper care of them again, but that's not her problem. She's accused of having a falling out. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,300 for redoing the do.
Litigant Ms. Warren, Your Honor.
Okay, Kristen Timms, you are suing Jennifer Davis, your former hairstylist, for $1,100 that you say she owes you because she botched your hair extensions. You are counterclaiming against her $3,300 for hair extensions. So this, I'm sure, is going to be good. Go ahead. What happened?
Okay, Your Honor. I had hair extensions put in my hair for the first time, and she dyed them to match my hair. She put them in first with the bead method, and within less than a week, most of them fell out. So I went back.
First with the what method?
It's a bead method.
Bead?
Yes. They go in, and there's like beads through the hair to kind of keep them in. Then they all fell out almost. And then the second time, I went back to her to have them redone because they were obviously all out. And I brought my original hair with me, and she glued them in with a glue gun method, and there was glue all over my scalp. I had red blotches. They were uneven from the beginning, but I felt obligated to tip her the first time because, you know, you don't want to say the wrong thing to make her mad in case something does go wrong. So when I asked her to return...
How much did you tip her?
$50, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How much did it cost you?
It cost me $700 for the first set.
And how long was it supposed to last?
It's supposed to last anywhere between 4 to 6 months.
And how did you find her to begin with?
She was friends with one of my friends from high school.
Had she done it for them?
No.
Okay. So then, had you ever had hair extensions before?
No.
Now, hair extensions are like cutting your hair long, right?
Yes.
They're a way to all of a sudden give you long hair when you don't have it, or give you fuller hair that you don't have.
Right.
And you did it for what? To make your hair longer?
Longer, ma'am.
Do you have hair extensions in your hair right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you go to her, and it lasts how long before you have to? How much space between the? How much time passed between the day you got them done and the day you had to get them redone?
Less than a week.
Less than a week. And she redid them for you free of charge?
Yes.
And was she apologetic about it?
No, she said that it was because of the way I took care of them, but...
What did she say you had done wrong?
She said because I didn't blow dry them fully afterwards.
How does she know what you did?
Right.
What did you say to her? I don't blow dry my hair? What did you?
I said, well, I work really early in the morning, so I don't blow dry it. I blow dry it at night. And she said that I'm supposed to lose a certain amount of hair per day, and that's just normal. But
how did she, I don't know. What, she said to you, you didn't do it right. Why? Because you said to her, I go to sleep with wet hair?
Right.
Okay. So then she said, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You have to dry your hair fully.
Right.
Okay. So, however, she doesn't charge you to get it redone.
Right, because she said because whether it was me or her fault, she was going to redo it for free. It was a different method this time, though.
All right. So now, how long were you in the chair for the second time?
Another 4 hours.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. All right. And then what? I don't have the kind of patience. I can. Go ahead. So then what?
So then she glued them in instead with the same... And
Did she take out all the beads or whatever
Yes.
the first method was? Are they beads or clamps? What are they called?
They're like beads, but they have like a lining in them, so when you clamp them down, they like adhere to the hair.
Okay, and so so she took all of that out and redid it with glue, and then what happens?
And then they were fine with the glue, but they were still uneven, and they started aggravating my hair. So I went to my old salon to see, like, is there a reason they're uncomfortable and not even? Is that the reason they're on different color? Is this how it's supposed to be? You know, to get a second opinion. So I was like, okay. So I went to...
Why hadn't you gone to your regular salon to do this to begin with?
Because I thought it would be more expensive there.
Did you ask?
No.
Oh, and was it?
It was, but not much more expensive.
How much more expensive?
About like $300, $400 more.
Okay, so go on.
Right. So then I went to them, and they were like, you have to take these out. The reason they were hurting is because the glue was so tight on my head that when they were taking them out, it took 2 days to take them out.
Okay, do
2
you
hour.
have anything from your salon saying that that's what they did? And
Yes.
did they charge you for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may I see what you have from your salon? What happened, Ms. Davis?
Well, I did do the extensions on her hair first with the beads, and then I redid them a second time with the glue. She wasn't taking care of the beads correctly. You're always supposed to dry your hair. You know, I have the evidence for that. I have an aftercare instruction sheet that I did give her. I gave her mine, and I signed mine, and I have her signature on this. So she just wasn't taking care of them correctly. She wasn't drying her hair. They, you know, you are supposed to lose about 100 hairs a day, but that really didn't have anything to do with the reason why they were falling out. I just felt like she wasn't
where's the part
taking-
about you have to blow dry your hair every day? Or you have to blow dry your hair when it's wet? Where's that part?
If you go under styling, it says, on number 1, it says, do not detangle your hair when it's wet. Your hair is weakest when it's wet. Under swimming, it says, number 4, never let your hair air dry. Number 5, never put your hair in a bun.
Wait, under swimming?
Yep.
Under swimming, it says you cannot let your hair air dry.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say it under styling?
I don't know. That's just
if
the
I'm
way
not
it
going
was like.
swimming, I might not see that. We don't recommend swimming. Before swimming, wet your hair, apply conditioner. Chlorine will not damage bonds. Use the shampoo after swimming. You cannot let your hair air dry. What about, do you have something from the other salon? She had to pay $300 to this other salon to get the job you had done taken off, because according to her, it was irritating her scalp.
Well, it's common for them to be uncomfortable for the first few days, and it also states in the recommended aftercare that it could be common for them to be uncomfortable. They're tight to your scalp, and they're, you know, going to be uncomfortable a little bit for the first few days until they start to grow out a little bit.
When did you pay this money? There's no date on this thing.
February the 11th was the day I had them removed. That's what you...
Yeah, that is my question, but how do I know you're right on the date?
I have my bank statement.
Okay, and what day did you do this? February 9th?
The day I got the extensions completed was February the 2nd, 2009.
Okay, the first time or the second time?
The second time.
Okay, and so the second time was February the 2nd, and then a week later you had them removed from the other
Yes.
by the other place because they were itching?
They were like burning, and there was red spots where they were.
Okay.
I had them look to see if it was normal, and they said it wasn't normal.
And you have a letter from the salon saying that they charged you $300 for removal of the hair extensions as well as conditioning treatments for damaged hair. And your answer is that she's a sissy and should have just toughed it out?
Well, I mean, hot extensions are like, you know, you have to take care of them, and if you're willing to go through like the pain of them, because they do hurt when you get the glue in your hair. It hurts
For how
because they're
long?
for about a week. It's gonna feel like you had your hair up in a ponytail for a few days. You know, when it hurts like that, you take it out. It's the pain. Feels like that.
Was it that kind of pain?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd say yes to that. Says you may experience discomfort, itching, or headaches for the first few days. The most discomfort is felt when sleep. You think a man would ever do this?
No.
It's just amazing to me what we go through. Why do we do this to ourselves? Seriously. $700, unbelievable. Now she pays you $700. She pays somebody else $300 to take them out, and another $100 it says for special oil treatment. Although that's not what your receipt says. It just says $300 for conditioning treatments and removal of the hair extension. So I don't know where you get that it's $400.
In the paper it says as well.
Well, no, it's $50 for the oil treatment, and it's $50 for a blow dry. Okay, so you paid $350 to purportedly solve the problem that she creates, and so you're suing for $350 plus the $700 that you paid. You, on the other hand, are suing for $3,300 on your counterclaim. Tell me about that.
Well, in a normal salon, her hair is extremely thick, so you'd charge probably about $2,000 for a full head of extensions in a real salon. So.
And you're not a real salon.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, well, I wasn't licensed, but I just graduated on the 10th.
Congratulations.
So, I mean, that's what I'm asking for, so.
On what legal theory would you be entitled to something you're not entitled to?
Well, you know.
According to your own words.
It's expensive to get them done, and I gave her a discounted
exactly,
price.
It is. It's
you know?
$700. That's your
Yeah.
contract with her. Your defense is I don't want to give her back any money because I earned my keep. It's not I'll see you your 700 and raise you a 3,300. Now it got apparently a little bit nasty between you two, didn't it? Because of the joys of the internet. Tell me about it. Who would like to go first? Go ahead, Ms. Davis.
Well, basically, on February 8th, I did write her a letter. You know, I was being very nice. I was never mean or rude or cursing at her. I was just, you know, I was asking her, you know, I gave her the directions. I told her, you know, I had to do a different method. I was suggesting, you know, payment.
Payment of a what?
Payment for the second time I did her extensions.
You were suggesting a tip. You were mad she didn't give you a tip. You were not suggesting payment. You were, it just seems small to say that now, right? So you don't want to say it out loud, but it is what the email says. You realize if you'd have left well enough alone, you might not be here. Okay, so then you send her the email about tipping you. Then you send an email back saying?
I told her that I tipped in the email. She wrote to me. It said, yeah, 50 was a good tip, okay. But if you go back to your nails redone, would you tip the lady again? And I said I wouldn't, because if I paid you a $50 tip the first time, but in addition to the $700, I felt asking for a tip to redo it when it lasted less than 2 weeks was ridiculous.
Okay. Do you have any of the extensions that fell out?
Yes,
or the extensions
I have them all.
Oh, why did I ask?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. It's like an animal. Hold on. All right, this is all. They all just lumped together. Is that what it is?
They're stuck together with all the extra glue.
Okay, now this one has Scotch tape. Obviously, that's not how it's in your hair.
No, it was just a separate.
Did you change the color of your hair?
The hair I have now, I haven't dyed since she did them.
You have not.
It doesn't match at all.
Did it match back then?
No, this is the same color hair. I haven't dyed it at all since then.
Can I see the text messages?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your mom with you?
No, ma'am. This is the lady who took the extensions out of my hair.
Oh, for the love of all that's holy. I thought she was moral support. Come on up. Why am I reading her affidavits? Talk to me. What happened?
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin outside the Times Square Information Center. Does it hurt her that she tipped? What do you think?
Definitely hurt her.
Why?
Because it's showing that she appreciated the services that she received from the style.
Maybe. I mean, she tipped $50. That's a pretty good tip.
Money. She probably liked it if she did that, gave them that much money.
But what if she tipped before she knew there was a problem? Would it hurt her?
Well, if it was coloring, maybe you wouldn't know, but a cut, you're going to know the final product.
Okay, we're going inside the court.
When she came into the salon, I felt so bad for her because she looked like, you know, her hair was like all the way out to here.
Anybody take pictures with the camera phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I see them?
The biggest problem was that there was the individual strand hair extensions like I am wearing. If you want to see, I'm wearing them. But she also had weft extensions that were pieces about this big, and they were glued to her hair with a glue gun. So were her pieces. These are not done with the glue gun. These have the glue already attached to the top of each hair, which means they're pre-measured, they're pre-glued. The other ones were wefts that she cut herself and took a glue gun and glued them. So not only did she have webs of glue, spider webs, but the weft pieces that you saw that you had in your hand, those were completely glued across her hair. So the first day she was in excruciating pain.
Okay, here's where we are. Okay? See, we have two problems. The one problem you solved for me yourself. When she comes back to you the first time and says, I want you to redo them, you say okay. You don't say no. And then you redo them. The issue is that she says even after redone, they weren't done right, and she had to go to a different salon to get them removed.
Well, she told me 45 minutes that night. I always tell everyone to make sure you leave the full day open because it does take a really long time to do the extensions. Plus, I had to take her whole head of beads out and replace her whole head with the glue.
I think you might have gotten in over your head on this one.
6 o'clock comes around and she tells me it's my first day of college and now I'm going to be late, so I feel rushed to get this done, you know, and I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, well, I wish you would have told me this before, then I wouldn't have started.
Then you just say, come back when you're ready.
I did tell her to come back and that I'd fix them up, and she said okay.
You can't do a job that needs removing because she, you know, in a minute I'm going to ask if that's true. She's going to say no. So we're just going to skip that part. You can't do a bad job and say the customer rushed me. You still have to do the job that you're being paid for.
I felt I did the best I possibly could.
Okay.
I really
and
did,
then maybe
and I
it's just
tried
as simple
really,
as
really
that, Ms.
hard.
Davis. Maybe you're going to be an amazing stylist, but you know, right now maybe you were in a little bit over your head. I don't know. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to order you to pay back the $350 that it cost her to remove it and the $700 that she paid you to do it. $1,050 on your counterclaim against her, 0. That's my verdict.
There's no cash refunds.
Judges rendered a verdict in this case, giving the plaintiff back a lot of the money. Come on in here. What's your reaction to this, losing the case like that?
Well, I'm very upset, but I mean, you know, I tried to do the best I possibly could for her, and she didn't, you know, want to take it as that, so.
Did you get in a little bit over your head on this case?
Yeah, I feel like I did.
And what do you mean? Explain why you think so.
I don't know. I just can't believe like that she just didn't, you know, call me back or ask me to take him out or anything like that. You know, I would have did it for her.
Yeah. Well, at some point, you know, a customer goes like, enough is enough. But is this not some of your best work, you think, or
I really
you
tried.
on a learning curve here?
I really tried my hardest to do the best I possibly could on her hair. I really did, and I felt rushed.
All right. Okay. All right. Right down that way. Okay. Documents are waiting for you down there. All right. Come on in here and bring your bag of hair with you. Right, step on up here, right next to her. Okay. How do you feel coming out on the winning end here?
I feel good because I feel like after all the suffering I went through with the hair and the hours I wasted, that was what's
What's it like? What's it like? I mean, you know, you and the judge, you guys were bonding over like, I can't believe girls do this. What's it like when your hair is like crapping out like that?
It's hard because I have a really professional job that I have to have my hair perfect for, and to come out with hair of different colors and have a guy, my boss, who's a guy who doesn't even know about extensions, be like, that's not looking good. It's bad, you know?
It's bad for you. What's your hair glued to?
It is.
It's glued to what?
Keratin.
It's glued
not
to
really
what?
glue. It's a keratin bond, and it's bonded
Okay.
to my own hair.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, here's the thing. The defendant says she did the best job she could. If she's doing work for money, she is held to the same standard as a professional in the field. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.